Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make crab cakes. I hate to brag, but I make a mean crab cake. I love crab recipes, and this crab cake recipe is definitely easy to make and totally delicious. To start, you'll need 1 pound of lump crab meat. And you can see I'm using real crab for this. This recipe will still work with imitation crab, but fresh crab always tastes better. If you want to save a little bit of money on your crab, you can always use claw meat instead of the regular jumbo lump crab, and that's actually exactly what I'm using today. You'll also add in a cup of panko breadcrumbs, 1 egg, and a 1/4 cup of mayo. These are all binding agents that will help hold your crab cake together. Then we'll start adding flavor with a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons of ground mustard, a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1½ teaspoons of Old Bay seasoning, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Stir this all together. Once you have it all mixed and all the ingredients are evenly dispersed, it's time to form these into little cakes. Just grab a spoonful and start shaping it into a little patty. I'm going to add just a little bit more there. There you go. Now, a great crab cake has a nice crust to it, and my secret for getting that perfect crust is to dip each side of my crab cake with a little bit of flour and give it a nice little coating. Once you've shaped all of your crab into cakes, it's time to head on over to the stove and fry them up. Pour a little bit of vegetable oil into a large heavy skillet, just enough to cover the bottom. Give that a second to heat up over medium-high heat, and then we can start adding in our crab cakes. Lay each cake down into the hot oil, and depending on the size of the pan that you're using, you may need to work in batches. This recipe makes 6 large crab cakes. Give them a second to get brown and crispy, and then we'll flip them over. They need about 3 to 5 minutes per side so that they get nice and crispy and brown. Once they're all fried up, remove them to a paper towel lined plate to drain, and then you are ready to eat. Serve these up hot with a little bit of tartar sauce and maybe some green onions for garnish. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my channel where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.